We need to really protect our credentials. That's our usernames and passwords, because our logins are incredibly valuable to attackers. And you can put up all of the security things you want. You can spend, a couple million out of your budget in all kinds of things. But if people don't deal with their credentials well, especially if they're doing password reuse, where they reuse them in multiple places, that becomes pretty much useless in a lot of ways. And that's because they're used to say, this is who we are. Now, once we've said, this is who we are, then we're needing to be doing work. So the systems will let us do that. Now, the problem is, let's say I'm on a knitting forum and I use that same username and password locally or in my bank accounts or whatever. If that website is breached and they steal that username and password, they're going to turn right around and they're going to try it in banking sites. They're going to try it on Amazon. They're going to try it in a lot of different places in an effort simply to see if you're reusing your password. And they're remarkably good at it. That's a practice called credential stuffing. And this is why there's a lot of credential phishing that's done. You'll get an email, you click on a link, and it looks like, oh, we need to confirm who you are. And so it's a Google login page. It's a Facebook login page. It's a PayPal or Microsoft, whatever. But you put your username and password in. You may even get your multi-factor authentication code. You go, okay, here it is. And you enter that as well. What they're doing is they're stealing those things from you. So what happens very often is you will log into one of these sites. They will steal your username and password, and then they'll steal what's called a session cookie. And what that does is it makes it so that they don't need multi-factor authentication the next time they log in, because with that cookie, the cookie says, oh, they use multi-factor authentication already. We're not going to prompt them for it again. So they've already stolen your password. Now they can get into the account with no problem whatsoever. The other thing that works very well with this is a practice called password spraying. And that's where they get your username and then they put one of those commonly used passwords like 1234567. There's about 100 or 200 of those very easily found in lists. And they just try that to see if that's one you're using. And sadly, it's remarkably effective as well.